scholarship, community engagement, all of those things.
On January 28, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Windsor, Alan Wildeman, addressed the campus community regarding the new Ontario differentiation policy framework for post-secondary education.
When I look at the big industries in Windsor-Essex, they are succeeding not because they're regional industries, they're succeeding because they're global industries. Our university needs to be a global university. And part of this process now gives us a chance to really talk loudly and clearly about what our strengths are, and to have an ear, a receptive ear in government and amongst all of our peers.
The framework looks at metrics within 6 components of differentiation. These include jobs, innovation and economic development, teaching and learning, student population, research and graduate education, program offerings, and institutional collaboration to support student mobility.
The costs of our collective agreements, the costs of increased payments to pension plans, all of those costs associated with people have been going up faster than revenues. And I couple that with the fact that the tuition framework changed from 5% to 3%. Great for students, great for their families, and I accept all of that. Our task now is to further adjust our cost structures to be consistent with this new tuition framework. It's not a complicated concept. It's a really simple concept, and I think it's great for students, and we need to do all we can to strive for that.
This new framework has asked university administration across the province to identify 10 areas of program strength, which has created some concerns for students.
I think the main thing this means for students is we're going to have to really pay attention to how this process goes and what the government comes back with. The University of Windsor has a lot of really strong programs. A lot of those programs are bigger programs. I know one of the fears of students that was somewhat addressed today is that some of the smaller programs might get cut, or the funding to them might be squeezed to the point where they won't be able to keep the same quality of professors, the same quality of program. Dr. Wildeman today did address that that's not the intention of the university, which I found to be really refreshing. You see a lot in universities in Ontario, the focus of major programs at the loss of smaller programs, and if we can avoid that and still become a better university, then everybody's happy.
These kinds of conversations are happening across Ontario. I know every university and college is preparing their SMAs right now. And as I said in my talk, we don't know how the dots are all going to connect when all is said and done. Personally, this has to be an opportunity. This has to be about how we can take what we're doing really well and put it forward. This is about winning.
While speculation has risen about what this could mean for the University of Windsor, we won't know anything for sure until the strategic mandate is submitted in late March. For the 30 News, I'm Brian Kahn.